He goes up to the altar because he knows that God is good, loving, and is able to give him grace. That's why he's stepping up to the altar, but he's also very aware of his sinfulness. Now, everyone listening to this parable might feel a little bit conflicted because tax collectors at that time were hated. They were considered traitors. And it was so deep, the control that tax collectors had on society. The Roman Empire only had claws to the degree that the tax collectors were willing to do their bidding. So as you can imagine, people thought tax collectors were corrupt. You know, the Romans had no power over the people that they were trying to oppress unless they had tax collectors, because the tax collectors enforced that oppression and that power. They were the ones that cheated their own people. They were the ones going door to door, collecting exorbitant taxes and pocketing the rest. People listening might be like, why is he using the tax collector in this illustration? But if you look at the Gospels, Jesus interacts a lot with Pharisees and he interacts a lot with tax collectors. And if you look at these two groups of people, it's the tax collector, like Matthew, who is counting the money, and as soon as Jesus says, come follow me, drops everything to follow Jesus. It's the tax collector, like Zacchaeus, the chief, highest tax collector, the richest guy, probably in the whole region. As soon as Jesus says, get down from that tree, I'm having dinner with your house tonight, his life completely changes. There is something about someone that understands. No one needs to remind the tax collector that they are a sinner. No one needs to remind the tax collector that they're not perfect. They know it. But nobody would dare say that to a Pharisee. There is nothing in the Pharisee's life that makes them realize that they are broken, that they are sinful, because everyone treats them with deference. Everybody looks at them like, you are so holy, you're so great, you're so educated. And so Jesus tells this parable to show that no matter what you are in life, if you are a human being, and if you're looking at a God that is righteous and holy and powerful and loving, that vastness, the expanse between you and God is eternal. It's great. And Jesus says, in the end, I tell you this, the man went down to his home justified rather than the other. For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and all who humble themselves will be exalted. Jesus is saying this tax collector goes home justified in God's eyes. God is closer to this tax collector as he goes home to the world, and he orients himself to the world as someone loved and redeemed by God.